Our journey in academia constantly asks us to evolve, adapt, and inspire. I created this presentation because I wanted to organize my thinking about artificial intelligence in the context of education and the opportunities plus the challenges it presents us. I also wanted to understand better the practicalities of artificial intelligence in education, including tools for students and academics, as well as the big questions that decision makers should consider. I'm a prolific user of AI in my work as an educator. Also as an engineer, I have interacted with artificial intelligence, machine learning, and robotics in various ways and capacities for over 25 years. In this presentation, I start by offering a definition of artificial intelligence to provide the viewer with a basis to build an understanding of the material I present here. I then dive straight into the impact of AI and its derivatives on higher education, including some inspirational success stories. I discuss strategies for enhanced teaching using AI as a booster of learning, highlight some of the most challenging ethical considerations we'll have to grapple with, and offer a roadmap for future integration of AI technologies and strategies in our university operations. It goes without saying, but I'll say it anyway. Every organization is different, and what works for one is not guaranteed to work for another. In this presentation, I want to offer awareness and options. It's up to us to navigate the challenges and help our executives to make the right choices for our staff and students. Let us begin at the start with a few definitions. Artificial intelligence, or AI, as it's commonly known, is tangible, prevalent, and seeping into every facet of our daily lives. From visual assistants on our smartphones to predictive analytics in healthcare and self-driving cars, AI's footprint is expanding. So what does this mean for us in the academic world? Furthermore, how does the concept of generative systems fit into the modern university classroom? Generative systems, including models like ChatGPT, are a subset of AI that do not merely respond to inputs but create new original content. They generate ideas, write essays, compose music, and much more. I use generative AI to help me create and update my courses and books. They represent creativity codified and logic encapsulated. Our challenge and opportunity lie in navigating this rich technological landscape to enhance the way we teach, the way we learn, and the way we grow. We are standing at a crossroads where technology and pedagogy meet. The question is, how can we tread this path responsibly, creatively, and effectively? Using AI in education is about augmenting it. It's about freeing educators to do what they do best: inspire, guide, and nurture by leveraging tools that can handle some of the more routine aspects of teaching. Across all human modes of expression and creativity, we use tools to improve our work. For the first time in human history, our tools not only make us stronger, more precise, or capable of performing insanely repetitive tasks, but they also complement our thinking with non-human thinking that can be described as creative. Our tools can think and create for the first time in human history. No one on this planet is prepared for this, not even those that create these systems. Regardless, we must respond to the challenge and ensure that our new thinking tools will be used for good in our lives and institutions. Let's start by painting a broad picture of artificial intelligence and generative systems. Artificial intelligence is about teaching machines to think in a way that's similar to human intelligence. It's not a monolithic entity, it's diverse. AI covers fields like machine learning, where algorithms learn from data and make predictions, neural networks, which is a complex web of algorithms that mimic the human brain, and robotics, where AI interacts with the physical world. In this presentation, I'm more interested in how these technologies translate into practical academic applications. Generative systems is where things get particularly interesting. Generative systems like ChatGPT are a step beyond traditional AI. Instead of merely responding or analyzing, they create content. They can write, compose music, or even create visual art. They can also generate ideas. They can help students to brainstorm, innovate, and explore new concepts. Take ChatGPT as an example. It learns from extensive textual data to understand language. It then crafts responses or creates content based on what it's learned. It's not just about preset answers, it's about synthesis and creation. Let's have a look at some real-world applications and their relevance to academia. You might wonder now how this translates into classrooms and lecture halls. So here's the magic. Personalized learning. Imagine a virtual tutor that adapts to each student's needs and pace. Enhancing research. Researchers can now tap into AI's analytical power to uncover patterns and insights. And facilitating creativity. Generative systems can be collaborators in artistic or innovative projects. What we are witnessing is not just a technological wave, but a transformation in how we approach education. It's about augmenting human intellect, not replacing it. It's about new horizons, not just new gadgets. As we navigate the following slides, we'll see how AI and generative systems actively shape education. We'll examine the success stories, the challenges, and the ethical considerations. We are standing at the forefront of an educational revolution. It's not merely about integrating new tools, it's about envisioning a classroom where technology amplifies human potential. Whether you are an educator, decision maker, or academic leader, the opportunities are as vast as your imagination. So let's dive in and explore the possibilities together. I've laid down the foundations of AI and generative systems in the previous slides. Now let's take a closer look at how these technologies can reshape the higher education landscape. Let's focus on three key areas: enhanced personalization, 24/7 accessibility, and one-on-one adaptive curriculums. Let's start with enhanced personalization. Educators know each student has unique learning styles, interests, and abilities. AI offers us a way to tap into that uniqueness at scale. Imagine providing personalized assignment feedback, recognizing each student's strengths and weaknesses. AI can also help craft learning journeys suited to each student, ensuring the material resonates and engages them. The traditional classroom has its limits. We can transcend those boundaries with AI, offering students continuous access to learning resources. For example, there's round-the-clock learning, where whether it's late-night study sessions or early morning queries, AI-driven tools can assist at any time. There's also geographic and temporal constraints that become less relevant. A student in a remote area can access the same quality of education as one in a city. Then we've got one-on-one adaptive curriculums. AI allows us to create learning experiences that adapt in real time to each student's progress. With dynamic adjustments, if a student excels in one area but struggles in another, the curriculum can adjust, providing challenges and support where needed. Students no longer feel rushed or held back. They can explore, learn, and grow at a pace that suits them. This isn't about turning our classrooms into cold, mechanized environments. Far from it. It's about leveraging technology to augment our human touch. It's about making our empathy, insights, and guidance more finely tuned and widely accessible. I want you to envision a future where one-size-fits-all lessons plans do not burden educators but are empowered to nurture each student's individual growth. Picture a world where a student can reach out anytime and find guidance, support, and inspiration. Later in this presentation, I'll also discuss the challenges, the ethical considerations, and the practicalities of implementation. But for now, I hope that this glimpse into the potential impact on higher education has sparked curiosity, excitement, and perhaps a bit of wonder. By bringing AI into education, we're not just embracing a new technology, we are shaping a new era of education. Let's shift from the theoretical and visionary to the here and now. AI is being used extensively in education and the successes are real. So let's have a look at AI in action in education. Across campuses and online platforms, AI is becoming an integral part of the education experience. We've got personalized learning platforms, which are no longer sci-fi fantasies. Many institutions are using AI to tailor coursework to individual student needs. We also have virtual teaching assistants. Students interact with AI-driven teaching assistants and find significant value in them. Let's have a look at examples from universities, courses, and colleges. So first of all, we've got the example from Georgia Tech, where they have implemented a virtual teaching assistant named Jill Watson. And the response from students was very positive. Students were engaging, asking questions, and many didn't even realize that Jill was an artificial intelligence. We also have Carnegie Mellon University, where they've developed Mathia, a system that provides fully personalized mathematics tutoring. Carnegie Mellon also has developed an AI system that allows teachers to develop intelligent tutoring systems rapidly. And it's not just the big names. AI is making waves in various educational settings. For example, community colleges, where several colleges have utilized AI to assist student advisement, increasing retention and success rates. And online learning platforms such as Coursera, which uses AI to create adaptive learning experiences, matching learners with the right resources and courses. I've heard students say things like, the AI tutor knew exactly where I was struggling and helped me to overcome it, or I felt like the course was speaking to me, understanding me. These are more than just technological wins, they are human successes. They are stories of learners feeling seen, supported and inspired. Of course, there are challenges and there are failures and there are lessons to be learned, but the successes we are seeing are not just promising, they are transformative. Let's continue our exploration into a new frontier of education and take a closer look at the classroom itself. Not just any classroom, but one augmented by artificial intelligence. Let's see how AI for teachers can transform the classroom. With AI, the teaching profession takes on a new dimension, extending its reach and impact. Grading and feedback are essential, but let's face it, they are time-consuming. How can AI help? Well, we can have quick and consistent evaluation, where AI can process large batches of papers, ensuring fair and consistent grading. There's also insightful feedback that's more than just grades. AI can offer students personalized suggestions, highlighting strengths and areas to improve. It's like having a capable assistant always ready to lend a hand. AI-assisted content creation and lesson planning, where teachers are creatives and AI can be a source of inspiration. There's resourceful content development, where AI can be a teacher's creative companion, from drafting quizzes to locating relevant reading materials. There's dynamic lesson planning, where AI can offer suggestions, adapt plans based on student performance, and propose experiential learning activities. Think of it as having a brainstorming partner that's well-versed in pedagogy. There's real-time analytics to monitor student progress, which is a game changer. Imagine having real-time insights into student engagement and understanding. Instant feedback loop, where teachers can see how students interact with materials and adjust their approach. Data-driven insights. By analyzing patterns, teachers can identify who's thriving and struggling and tailor support accordingly. Imagine walking into a class with a clear snapshot of each student's learning journey, ready to guide, challenge, and support them. This combination of AI-driven features is a synergy that goes beyond automation. It's about collaboration between human intelligence and artificial intelligence. The promise here isn't just efficiency, although that's a benefit. It's about enriching the teaching experience. It empowers teachers to be more present, more responsive, and more inventive. grading in real time, crafting lessons with a virtual assistant, and understanding students through a data lens aren't cold mechanical processes. They're warm, human pursuits amplified by technology. So as we ponder the future of education, let's envision classrooms where AI isn't a distant, impersonal tool, but a close, trusted collaborator. Classrooms where teachers fueled by AI can shine even brighter as the mentors, motivators, and magicians they truly are. Because at the heart of all this technology, at the core of all these algorithms, is something profoundly human, a desire to connect, understand, and inspire. And that's something we can all get excited about. The student is at the center of all transformation in education and certainly is at the center of this AI-driven transformation. How can we empower students through AI? Let's explore. Learning is reinvented by empowering students. Empowerment means providing tools that tap into students' curiosity, challenge their intellect, and enable them to explore. It's about giving wings to their aspirations. With AI, students can have learning experiences tailored to their unique needs, pace, and interests. Real-time responses can guide students as they learn, motivating them to reach higher. Interactive and immersive learning experiences are now possible. Imagine lessons coming alive, history transforming into an adventure, mathematics becoming a puzzle game. That's AI in action. How about virtual labs, where a chemistry experiment is possible to do without an actual lab? Why not? Virtual reality combined with AI can make this possible. Want to walk on the moon? Experience a Shakespearean play. Simulations can take students to places textbooks can't. It is also possible to have collaborative projects facilitated by AI. Collaboration is a vital skill in our connected world, and AI can be the glue that binds diverse minds. In global classrooms, students can collaborate on a project with students on the other side of the world. AI can bridge the space and time gap. There's also shared resources where AI can provide access to global libraries, tools, and experts, opening doors to unprecedented cooperative learning. Encouraging critical thinking through AI-generated scenarios is also possible. Critical thinking is the cornerstone of education, and AI can be a stimulating mentor. AI can craft intricate problems, guiding students to think deeply, analyze, and innovate. There's also, of course, ethical dilemmas. Do you want to spark a debate? Then AI can propose ethical scenarios that provoke thought and discussion. Of course, education isn't just about facts. It's about nurturing thinkers, innovators, and compassionate global citizens. With AI, we can turn the classroom into a playground for the mind, a laboratory for the soul. We're not talking about run-of-the-mill tools or gadgets, but about companions for the educational journey. We are talking about AI as a creative collaborator, a co-learner, a global connector. And it's not just about knowing more, it's about understanding better and feeling more connected. This is a world where students are not just absorbing information, but are actively engaged in shaping it. A world where education is not a one-size-fits-all, but a personalized adventure. Now, let's consider a critical question. How do we embrace this transformation responsibly? How do we ensure that AI is a force for good, aligned with our deepest values? Adopting AI in education must be more than a mere technological leap. It must be done with an abundance of thoughtful caution. Here are three fundamental questions. First, inclusivity. How do we ensure that AI tools are accessible to all, irrespective of socio-economic barriers? Second, privacy. How do we safeguard privacy while collecting data to personalize learning? What are the boundaries? And third, the potential challenges and ethical dilemmas that we'll talk more about in a moment. AI comes with challenges and dilemmas that demand our attention. For example, bias. Algorithms learn from data. and data can contain biases. How do we ensure that AI promotes equity rather than reinforcing stereotypes? There's depersonalization. Can a machine replace the human touch in education? Where do we draw the line between efficiency and empathy? And there's the best practices for fair and transparent use. Now, in forging ahead, we must have a compass to guide us. Transparency is one of them. Understanding how decisions are made by AI, especially in grading and feedback, must be clear to all stakeholders. Accountability, where a machine may be neutral, but its creators, users, and regulators must be accountable for its impact. Collaboration, where educators, technologists, and policymakers must unite to shape an AI that reflects our shared values. Navigating the landscape of AI in education isn't merely a technical challenge, it's an ethical odyssey. It calls for wisdom, foresight, and compassion. It's about asking not only what can AI do, but what it should do. It's about ensuring that our embrace of AI doesn't mean a departure from our principles, but rather a deeper expression of them. AI can be a mirror, reflecting back to us our biases and our blind spots. It can also be a window opening up vistas of possibilities, but most importantly, it can be a magnifying glass, focusing our attention on the values that truly matter. Let's not just adopt AI, let's adapt it and mold it to be a tool that serves our highest ideals. A tool that doesn't dictate our path, but walks with us as we explore uncharted territories. Ultimately, it's not about technology at all, it's about humanity. It's about amplifying not just our minds, but our hearts. In this presentation, you've heard me talking a lot about AI's potential to transform education, but how do we actually get there? How do we navigate from where we are now to where we aspire to be? Let's break down this objective into achievable steps. Start with the why. What do you hope to achieve with AI? Perhaps increased personalization, efficiency, global collaboration? Visioning is about aligning AI with your institution's unique mission. So what is the CIM mission? Before you set sail, know what you need. Identify gaps. What are the current challenges that AI can address? Set measurable goals. What does success look like? How will you know when you've reached it? Choose the right tools and platforms. Not all AI tools are created equal, and one size doesn't fit all. Does the tool fit your curriculum, teaching philosophy, and student needs? Is the platform secure? Does it comply with legal and ethical guidelines? The technology is as effective as the people wielding it. You have to invest in faculty training that ensures that AI is not just a shiny new toy, but a powerful instrument in the hands of skilled educators. This requires ongoing support where continuous professional development ensures that educators evolve with the technology. The road to integrating AI into education is a journey of discovery. It requires curiosity, courage, and collaboration. It's not about imposing a tool, but about nurturing a partnership between human intelligence and artificial intelligence. Having explored the terrain of AI in education, let us now peer into the horizon. What's ahead? And how do we position ourselves not just to adapt to the future, but to shape it? Education is being transformed and AI is among the architects. There will be classrooms where learning is tailored to each student and evolves with them. AI can erase geographical boundaries in education, fostering global collaboration and cross-cultural wisdom. And of course, there's always upcoming technologies and methodologies. These new technologies and methodologies do emerge continuously. Some of them are bound to find their way into classrooms. For example, quantum computing, unlike classical computing, which uses bits as the smallest unit of data, either 0 or 1, in quantum computing, we've got quantum bits or qubits, which represent both 0 and 1 simultaneously. And just like the quantum world in general, this is difficult to comprehend. However, the capabilities that quantum computers have allow them to process vast amounts of information in parallel, potentially solving complex problems much faster than classic computers. The impact of quantum computing in education is expected to be multifaceted, so I'll focus on educational tools where quantum simulators and cloud-based quantum computers can be used as educational tools to enhance learning and experimentation. Of course, then, there's the blockchain. Blockchain is a decentralized and distributed ledger technology that securely records transactions across multiple nodes or computers. It consists of a chain of blocks, each containing a list of transactions cryptographically linked to the previous block. This structure ensures data integrity and transparency, making altering or falsifying information difficult. As with quantum computing, blockchain technologies can significantly impact education in various applications. For example, they can be used in credential verifications, collaborative research, student records management, content protection, and personalized learning paths. Then we have immersive learning environments. These refer to educational platforms that use virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality, or other immersive technologies to create interactive and engaging learning experiences. These environments enable students to explore, interact with, and understand complex concepts through simulation and visualization. Examples of applications in education are medical training, scientific exploration, and learning languages. I can also see applications in enhanced engagement, customized learning paths, and assessment and feedback. How do we stay up to date with these fast-paced changes? Here are some ideas. Lifelong learning, where we embrace the learner's mindset and stay curious and humble. We can collaborate with industry, where we can engage with technology creators and understand what's being brewed in the labs today that could be in your classrooms tomorrow. We should be attending conferences and webinars whenever possible. The global academic community is a vibrant, evolving organism. Plug in and participate. The future of AI in education is a thrilling prospect, not because of the gadget and gizmos, but because of the possibilities and promises. It's a future where educators are not just dispensers of information, but designers of experiences. It's a future where students are not passive consumers, but active creators, where learning is not a task, but a joy and a journey, a calling. So let's step into this future, not with trepidation, but with anticipation, not with inertia, but with inspiration. Let's not be just spectators of the future, but sculptors, shaping it with our imagination, integrity, and love for learning. The road to AI integration is not without its bends and bumps. If we are to navigate through those bends and bumps, we must navigate with grit. Let's look at some of the hurdles and misconceptions related to AI in academia, and then at ways to overcome them. Let's first face the facts before we fix them. Not all algorithms are ready for prime time. There are bugs to squash and barriers to breach. The delicate dance between personalization and privacy is a continuous challenge in artificial intelligence circles and still unresolved. Not all schools have the financial or technological resources for full-scale AI adoption, so care here must be taken to use those resources well. As with any new technology, there is resistance and misconceptions to deal with. Resistance is not always a rebellion. Sometimes it's a genuine request for reassurance. Some educators may perceive AI as a threat or a competitor. How do we transform this perception into a partnership? There's also misconceptions about AI. Myths abound and fears flourish. How do we cultivate understanding, empathy, and trust in AI? So what are the solutions? How do we glide over these grids and grinds? Start with dialogue and collaboration. Let's talk to each other, not at each other. The tech team, teaching staff, and students are allies, not adversaries. Be transparent and build trust. Share the what, the why, and the how. Make the process as transparent as the vision is inspiring. Provide tailored training and support to the teachers. Different educators have different comfort levels with technology. A one-size-fits-all approach won't fit at all. And emphasize ethics. Ethics is not a checkbox, it's a commitment, and it must permeate every policy, every practice, and every pause of the process. Challenges are not roadblocks, they're guideposts. They don't tell us to stop, but to slow down, think, tinker, and trust. Challenges are not the universe's way of saying no, but its way of saying grow. There's no easy path in our quest for a future where AI elevates education, but there is a right path. As we stand on the cusp of a new dawn in education where AI is not just a tool but a teammate, we've journeyed together through a landscape rich with promise and packed with challenges. We're not talking about a distant future or speculative science fiction. We're talking about the here, the now. We're talking about our classrooms, our curriculums, our connections. So let's summarize the key points that we've been through. We've explored AI's definitions and types, illuminating the core concepts. We've seen real-world applications from personalized learning paths to global classrooms. We've delved into the challenges and ethical considerations, embracing complexity with clarity. We've looked at success stories, learning from the pages and the stages of pioneering institutions. We've drawn a roadmap for integration, understanding that a well-planned journey is half traversed. We peered into the future, recognizing that foresight is as vital as insight in pursuing innovation. The time to act is not tomorrow, it's today. Embracing AI is not an option, it's an opportunity. An opportunity to magnify our impact, personalize our approach, and globalize our reach. An opportunity to amplify our students' voices, catalyze their creativity, and mobilize their mastery. And an opportunity to transcend traditional teaching, innovate, and inspire. The classroom of the future is not a destination, it's a direction, and every step we take towards it is a statement of our belief in the brilliance of our students, our evidence-based faith in the future of our institutions, and our commitment to the calling of our profession. So let's not just talk about change, let's be the change. Let's not just predict the future, let's participate in its creation and be part of its design.